We had one of the best Nintendo Directs last night that we've ever had. Right up there with some of Nintendo's top presentations, but there was one thing after the Direct today that I still keep seeing online, and we need to talk about this a little bit. It's that $70 price tag on Tears of the Kingdom. It's something we're going to talk about on the podcast a lot tonight, I'm sure. Link to that down below if you want to check that out. But I wanted to make a video before. I was going to wait until after and make it tomorrow, but I feel like this video needs to go up today because we really do need to discuss this. I think everybody needs to really calm down about this $70 thing. Maybe just take a step back and look at the full picture here, the landscape of things, and what's going on in video games in general, not just everybody else, just everything. History, there's so many things. We're gonna talk about all of it right now. All right, so let's get right into this. The first thing I want to address here is everybody needs to just calm down. We're talking about $10 here. We're talking about $10. We're not talking about a double price. We're not talking about $120. Well, the special edition, that is a little expensive. That's not the topic of this video. But we're talking about $10. And if you look around the world, things are going up in price. Inflation is a real thing. It's happening. There are many reasons why it's happening, but like it or not, it's happening. Everything is more expensive. Everything costs more to make. Not only that, these games are getting harder and harder to develop. I understand it's the same engine. I understand they're reusing a lot of stuff, but these things take time, and we do know usually Nintendo takes care of their people. So I know there was a rumor that it was going around that Nintendo employees, developers got some type of raise. If that's the case, great. I don't know if that's true or not, but these things do cost more money to produce at this point. I don't know about the size of the game. One reason could be that they're putting it on one of the bigger cartridges. We know back years ago they talked about how much the bigger cartridges cost, and that's why nobody wanted to use them. That's why we were seeing some games that were larger have a bunch of stuff you had to download afterwards. Maybe they're going that route. Again, I don't know. Those are just a few reasons why this game might be $70. And Nintendo was actually asked about this last night. Someone asked them about the $70, and they responded saying that this is not the price going forward with all future releases. They said that they look at it on a case-by-case basis, and that's how they price their games. Now, yes, this is the first one we've seen at $70, and it probably won't be the last. My guess is that Metroid Prime 4 probably gonna be $70, but I mean, think about this. We just got Metroid Prime remastered for $40. I mean, you look at something like Skyward Sword remastered, HD, whatever you want to call it. Basically the same thing. That was full price. So I don't really know exactly where they're going with this. If this is a new type of pricing structure that they're going with, because it did seem like for a while that everything was $60, but this is a full remastered game that they gave us for $40. Now, there is a chance we'll see the other two at $40 as well, and then the trilogy that they were gonna put out, instead of costing $60, costs $120, so also a video for another day. We'll have to wait and see with that. Another thing you have to look at is the video game landscape. Xbox, PlayStation, they're charging $70 for their games now. We knew Nintendo was gonna do this eventually. Now, I will say, and I said this in the Discord when we first saw the leak the other night, I find it a little strange that they didn't wait until we went to their next gen, whatever it's gonna be, the Switch 2, whatever that's gonna be. I figured that is when they would do it, and we would start seeing all those $60 games at $70. But I mean, if they're gonna do, let's say, a game like Mario Strikers, or a 2D Mario game or something like that at $60, and then these really big titles at $70, and that's what we'll get going forward. I mean, you have to admit, it's better than just everything costing $70, which is what they could have done very easily. And if they would have waited till next gen to do it, nobody would have said a word about it. But there's something else I do want to talk about in this video, and it's honestly just video game prices as a whole and what they've been, where they've gone. Do you realize back in 1996, when the PlayStation came out, the first PlayStation games were $60. Now, they did move down to $50, and they stayed there until the early 2000s and jumped back up to $60, but there were even Nintendo 64 games that cost $60, $70, $80. That was back in the 90s. People were buying them then. And we talked about inflation earlier in this video. All other prices of everything have gone up. Everything has gone up. Video game prices have not. So when you're talking about a $10 increase for a game that you're excited about, don't give me that I'm not playing this game, because you're playing the game. You know you are. You're excited about it. I'm excited about it. $10 is not gonna make that difference, especially if the game is good, if it runs good, if everything works the way it's supposed to, we don't have any problems. Yeah, it's worth $70. They've put a lot of time into this game. I'm willing to give them the extra $10. I don't see it as a big issue. And I have to be honest, if $10 more for a game like this is an issue, maybe you shouldn't be spending $60 on a video game right now. And maybe there are other things that you should be putting your money towards. I don't know. That's just my opinion on this. Let me know what your opinion is in the comments. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of strong opinions on this video. And you know what? Since Nintendo's being greedy, I guess I will too. I'll go ahead and put affiliate links to Amazon where you can pre-order the game, the Amiibo, anything else I find, I'll put it down there. They are affiliate links. It does help me out. If Nintendo's gonna be greedy, I suppose I will too. But guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.